You hear kind of a metallic glowing sound of some kind around here. If you look up, you can actually see there's something right by my damage indicators. That's what's called a mask shard. And if you collect 4 of those, you get extra life added to your total. So they're kind of like heart containers, or heart pieces, rather. There's another item that will increase your maximum soul that you can use at any point. But I do not remember what that item is called off the top of my head right now. So whenever we run into that, I will point out that, yeah, that's the item that will increase your maximum soul. Some of these guys aren't too bad. At least, when I say guys, I mean the antagonistic bugs littered all around Hallownest. Some of them do pose more threats than others, though, and we'll be encountering such bugs sooner rather than later. I don't recall... Actually, yes, I do recall. By continuing to go up high, on the high route, there's one more path available to us for extra geo. You can really only get a couple of slices off if your timing is good. But you can't collect every piece of geo in there without getting completely bodied by that thorny worm creature. Or leech, I guess. This sign is an indicator for a train station. But there are no real trains in the world of Hallownest, or in the realm of Hallownest. A toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Insert geo.
Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hallownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go.
So now we can travel to Dirtmouth. And let us open up the long-closed stag station.
I
never thought I'd see such a thing. The stag station is opened. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines. A web of tunnels running through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am.
So the cartographer's shop is now open.
Bapanada.
Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise. That's my other name. He's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. She'll sell some useful items. The one I would recommend highly to pick up is the quill. So now, as we traverse through the depths of Hallownest, every time we stop at a bench and we have the map of the area, the knight will just scribble down whatever he's explored, so we'll have a map to refer to for pathways that we have or have not explored. And this is another item I would recommend picking up if you do not know where you are on the map at any time. This is the Wayward Compass. It'll pinpoint your location on your map, incredibly helpful for finding your bearings in unfamiliar locations. It is a charm, so you will need some charm slots to be able to equip it, but thankfully we do start with 3 charm slots, and we only have 2 of them occupied. Now it said map updated, If we pull open the map just by holding the left bumper, you'll see whatever area you're currently in. But if you tap it twice, you'll be able to pull up a world map. And now you can see that the Forgotten Crossroads has been highlit with whatever we've currently explored. So there's still a little bit left over that the cartographer has mapped that we haven't been to, and that's right above where the stag station is located. So that's going to be our next step. But while I'm here, I am going to equip the Wayward Compass so we know exactly where we are at all times. At least as long as that's equipped. There will be times that I will unequip it, probably. Alright, let us be off again. How embarrassing. Hit by something that wasn't even targeting me to attack. The most docile creature here. If you listen closely, you can hear a grub. That little sigh, that was the grub. And if you look closely, this is a breakable wall. And we found him. Hi. Get out of here, you little scamp. And we're back to the room that we've acknowledged existed. It had the lever, and we can progress up there if we ever want to. There's a room over this way, though. Let me stop in briefly, and you can see that it is pitch black. We cannot see anything in front of us. So, might need to come back here later once we get, like, a lantern or something. But what's over yonder? Just some more husks, as they're called. These bugs are not like the friendly villagers of Dirtmouth, because they have orange eyes. That shows that they are currently corrupted. And in order to rid them of their corruption, you're going to need to attack them. The good news is that they were actually already dead, so you're not necessarily killing them, you're just getting rid of the corruption inhabiting the husks. Hence why they're called husks. Just trying to pick up some geo while I attack your babies. Is that so wrong? I mean, maybe it is. Another area where you do not need to have more movement upgrades to get through, but it would definitely help if you did. But again, if you're good at platforming, you can just nail that on your first go. So no need to go back to that room ever again, at least I'm pretty sure. I keep forgetting that he spawns into his babies after he dies. You know, standard bug after death procedures. Now, we can't do anything over here to spoil it. This is the tram station, not the trail station. A door with an open slot. And we do not have the item to access the inside of the tram. So maybe that's something we need to keep an eye out for, because that's a method of fast travel outside of the stag stations. Now let's see. We are still off the map, according to the cartographer. So, there was nothing off to the left, right? No. There's only one path through here, and that's down. I hear snoring. Oh, hello there. Having a nap? I don't suppose you'd let me through peacefully. War it is! This is the Gruz mother, our first mini-boss. Its pattern isn't too terrible. It'll bounce around like this, and you can just move underneath it whenever it goes upwards. Other than that, though, it goes down pretty easily. Oh. Oh dear. Well, that's gross. And it's even, you can even see its skeleton. That's disconcerting. Well, someone's yucking it up over there. This village looks a little decrepit, but we can enter this one. He's about to get corrupted, but he's still got some sanity left in him.
Are you off? You wield your nail like a club. Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? Who are you? I see. This old village. What a strange dream.
That's my other name.
To have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed.
Alright, so we have another resident of Dirtmouth. Don't believe there's anything over here. Nope. Well, let us be off again. There's a soul statue up to the right, but don't really need to be over there. And where does that put us? This is the same room that was pointing us to the stag station in the first place. Bleh. My words escaped me on that one. So there is another room over this way. And there's an elevator, but we cannot get inside said elevator. So, gonna need to wait. Alright, I believe that leaves only one path left open to us, aside from the one that I chickened out of. And aside from the other ones that I have explored and have not marked on the map, and also the ones that I have not explored but am leaving for later because we'll need to be back there eventually. Let me just point out a little bit more. So we've been pretty much as far as we can go on the right sides, and then on the left sides, right underneath the grub village, there's actually a path to a new area, slash, you know, world. The left underneath that area we haven't explored yet, that was the area I chickened out of because I was not very confident I could do much there. And yeah, everything off to the right that isn't explored is just part of a new area that is blocked off to us. The bottom middle is the elevator. The left side of that is the jump we could not make because we didn't have enough air game. So yeah, let's explore where the cartographer has led us. There's a big fella there. Now remember, keep your distance as best as possible. Get one hit in each time. You can get two if you're feeling risky. But his regular club swing will hurt, so don't stay too close to him. hear shuffling up above. Let's go see what that's about. Alright, well, let's keep going. Actually, boss fight. This is the False Knight. Now, it's not immediately obvious because I'm full up on soul, but this suit of armor does not yield any soul whenever you hit it. So be very sparing with your soul consumption here. But whenever you do enough damage to him, then out pops a ghostly little guy. And that's the only way you can get soul in this fight, is by hitting that one guy. Whenever he does this attack, he will spit down a bunch of boulders, and you can actually hit the boulders back at him to do some extra damage. When he jumps across the stage like this, he will hit the ground and will cause a shockwave to head towards you. It'll also send down some rocks, so if the rocks come near you, you can use them to hit him later. But do enough damage to him again, and he'll pop out again, giving you more opportunities to hit him. And then he'll jump right back into the middle and slam the ground again. Now he'll start spawning more rocks upon each swing down. And there we go. Upon his third down, he will jump right back into the middle, slam his hammer down again, or his mace rather. Then he'll jump straight up, slam the ground, and fall right through. Let's finish him off. So the city crest is something we need to use a little bit later to gain access into the city. So this guy is a required part of the game. But also, if you wait around long enough, his little mace turns into a guy. You can bop him around a little bit. He doesn't take any damage, though. He'll just scurry off. Also, as further reward, Geo! So, just a quick heads up. This guy is called the False Knight because this is a suit of armor not meant for him. He was just inhabiting it. And he thought that he could attack people invading in on his territory. So he's not actually a knight of the kingdom. Well, this is looking very shaman-y. Very voodoo. Hello. Oh, who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hallownest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Well, you know what they say about big glowing things. You should jump into them. Oh, shit! Consumed the vengeful spirit. Tap the right face button to unleash the spirit. Spells will deplete soul. Replenish soul by striking enemies. If you want to, you can lay down here forever. You won't wake up until you push a button or move the stick. Hey! Why'd you lock me in here? Oh, you've woken up at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Oh! Now we're awake. I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, of course, simply because we're now friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect. I would be quite grateful if you were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. And he's gone. So now we have the Vengeful Spirit. If we have Soul, 3 notches of it, rather, we can tap the right face button and we'll send out a projectile. The projectile will do 3 hit points of damage. So, you're basically consuming 3 hit points of damage, which you acquire by attacking enemies 3 times, obviously. And you'll do 3 hit points of damage as a result. In a single strike. It's pretty good. Now we just gotta venture through this little dungeon. The Vengeful Spirit is good for circumstances where you need to hit something from far away, or if jumping is a non-option. For example, in this case. Though keep in mind that because it does consume 3 notches of soul, and you only have 9 notches to work with on your current maximum, it's not good to be using willy-nilly. Of course, it's very good for boss fights when your main strategy would be shoot, hit a few times, shoot, hit a few times, shoot. But also make sure you're dodging out of the way in each of those instances. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up for A, disappointment, and B, death. Get some more lifeblood. Feels weird to be treading on skulls from various bugs. Oh, and here we go. Here's the hardy creature that the shaman mentioned. Now, the reason you want to use the Vengeful Spirit here is because he actually just shields up if you get too close. So in order to do damage to him, you have to hit him from afar with the Vengeful Spirit. And there we go. That was that guy. The Soul Catcher, which is a new charm that will give you more soul each time you hit an enemy. Oh, so it's done then. You've slain the beast. The poor thing. It must have been terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. And look, the gate between us is opened. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell, and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. So we're going to lose out on our lifeblood here, but I'm going to equip the Soul Catcher in lieu of the Fury of the Fallen. It increases the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy with the nail. The nail is your main weapon, by the way. It's your little sword thing. So anyone with a quote-unquote sword in this game is using a nail. Anyway, we now have a new power-up.